everybody. Welcome to my channel, first of all, and thank you to everyone that is subscribed. I thought I didn't get a video out yesterday. Those of you that follow me know that my mini dash hound had to have emergency surgery over the weekend, and yesterday was a pretty rough day. But today we're pretty calm, and right now she's resting peacefully. So I thought I would try to do a video and busy my mind on something other than that. So today what I want to do is, trying to set my timer here. There we go. Is make some little mini books. And I'll show you as we go along. I'm going to use one of these index cards with the little notch and two different sized index cards. So I want to start with this one because I think I'm going to put some tissue on it, and it can be drying while I work on the others. So I'm just going to tear out some of this. And a piece like that is plenty big enough, so just start with that. Well, our little Mo is doing good. We had to take her back to the hospital today because she wouldn't urinate on her own. So we're hoping that's resolved. I don't know. We shall see. But she is resting comfortably, and we can see her already making little strides of improvement. It's going to be a long haul, that's for sure. She's not able to stand at all, but she is slowly regaining her strength. She's able to set up on her elbows, you know, with her the front part of her body, surprisingly enough, is the strongest right now. And she's showing improvement and some resistance in her hind legs as we do therapy with her several times a day. We've noticed, you know, little strides. This is going to be a long recovery. They've already warned us of that. I just want to grab something to put on this. Not that I had two index cards there. My desk is a mess, and I can't get over this rug. Still have not fixed that rug. It's sitting in ends right in a bad spot where my chair cannot roll over the edge. So I'm just using some watered down Mod Podge to do this, and I just want to do this as quickly as possible. I have 3 in mind. If time allows, we can do a 4th one. All depends on how quickly I can craft. And Lord knows I'm a slow crafter. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Well, it's been a couple days since I've been in the craft room. It feels sort of weird, quite honestly. I tore that little corner right there. Get off there. No, I'm not going to worry about that little edge. I don't know why that's not flattening out, but I'm not going to sweat it for this little project. Alright, so I'm going to set that aside, let that dry while we move on. another one. So on this one, I am just going to fold it in half. Best that I can. I guess you could use your scoreboard if you wanted to get it exact. But I'm not going to worry about being exact on these. I am going to burnish this edge. It's quite stiff. That way I know where my fold is. Burnish inside too, just to help it fold. And on this one, I think I'm going to stencil the outside for now. And I pulled out a couple of different stencils. I don't know if I want to use that. I was thinking about the alphabet, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with this one. Sorry, thought I was ready. That didn't work out good. There we go. I'll use this picked raspberry. Do the insides of them 3 different ways as well. These are just fun to make. They're quick little projects. They're fun to insert in a journal or in a, a friend mail. That's good enough. Before we go any further on the outside, I think I'm going to do the inside and then we'll finish decorating the outside. And on this one, I have some papers here. See what I have in here. I want to use some sort of book pages. I want to make sure I have enough of them. Go with my chair again. Let's see, I probably want, well, just tear. Let's see, we want to tear the paper so that it'll fit this way. So however tall your card is, like this is almost 3 inches. We want it just under 3 inches tall. So let me just move this, make this a little bit easy. Just measure from my filthy. And then I'll just use that as my guide. That one's too narrow. I might be able to use these leftovers in one of the other ones. I'm going to glue these together. Up high there. What I want to do is start folding these. I guess about 2 1/4. So somewhere in here. Stop and think about this. This should be this way. So the first piece is going to go over the front cover, or as much of the front cover as possible. So just going to go back and forth, folding the paper, of course. It doesn't have to be all the same kind of paper either. You could do book page, you could change to scrapbook paper or graph paper or whatever you want to include. This one though, I thought I would just do the book paper. And then this end's a little bit short, which I'm not going to worry about. So let's see how many pages we'll have, see if we want more. 1, 2, 3, that's plenty. So then I'm just going to put glue on the front of this. You know I'm going to need my wet glue. And it should hit where the crease is. It should secure this back here by the spine. So the front's attached like that. And then I think I'm going to use my wet glue. think I might have to take the sweater off. All of a sudden I'm breaking out in a sweat. And then you're going to glue this page to this page. And if you wanted to, I'm just going to go around the edges for this. If you wanted to, instead of gluing the front and back together, you could glue around the two sides here, put a little, you know what I'm talking about, the half mark here, or a little pocket. And then I'm going to glue these two together. Sorry, I have to do it this way because I'm not a professional. Glue these two together. And then that gives us this piece here to put over the back. And two, if you ended up with paper that didn't cover all the way, that's not a big deal because you can put another decorative piece or another piece of book page, you know. It doesn't have to all match. And they look equally cute. So I cut that off. It's been a long time since I've made these little things. Oh, before I glued that, I totally messed up. Before I glue this down, this is going to be a mess. I can't believe I did that. I need to get glue before, let's see. Well, I messed mine up. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Let me see if I can try to cut through that. I don't know if I can. Oh, me. Oh, let me just try to tear this up. And I'm thinking in my head how I can fix this. What you want to do, there we go. Before you glue your back piece down, you want to add glue here in the spine. That's what's going to hold the pages in place. So I'm just going to go like this. Put my glue in. Let that dry. Pretend my big bad mistake didn't happen. Okay, please don't hold that against me. And since I've messed this up here, I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper. It's going to get a piece about to here so I can attach it to the page before it. And that's what I'll do. I'll glue this down. Cover up my boo-boo. And then I'll just add some glue here to attach it to the page. right? Hold it. And just so that the front sort of coordinates, we could add a little bit of that same color. Just going to tear it. So that we can make it look like the boo-boo was on purpose. We'll just add a little bit of this on the front page. The front cover, rather. My cutting's not very straight. Never is, though. We can fix that. Alright, and then to decorate, for this one I had pulled, my pages are a little bit crooked here because I'm hurrying. You would want to get your pages more straight, especially if you were giving this away. They're easily rectified, and it's really not a big deal, I don't think. I'm not a perfectionist. Sometimes I try to be, but anyway. So I'm going to use some of this washi here. Like that. I think I'll do this one has aqua in it. I'm going to use some washi, and I'm just going to run it. Might want to glue this too. I'm just going to put it over the spine, just to add a little bit of decoration to things. And then let's bring in it. All of the washi I grabbed is very similar. Let's see what else I can grab here that might be a little bit different. I don't think it matters, but I'll use some of this. Yeah, I'll put some of this. I don't care that these match or don't match. I'm just going to take some of this washi and put it over this end. That's not going to cover it. That's too light. That one's too light. Let's try a darker one. This is that washi tape I got last week when I went to Hobby Lobby to pick up some things for some paper for Aubrey's journal. It's got some really pretty tape in there, quite honestly. So I'm just going to cover that little in with some washi. Tear it or cut it, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe I'll just stick a little bit here, maybe in the bottom corner here or something, just to carry that through. Maybe put some on the inside. Instead of doing that. bring some on the inside. And then we can ink the edges. I'm going to, since my timer went off, I'm going to stop you and restart you, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so the only thing I would do to finish this one, and I mean you could put something on the front if you wanted to. I'm not going to put anything on the front of this one just because it has that stencil there. I'm using it as my decor. You can make these as elaborate or as simple as you want, and they are a lot of fun to make. They really are. But I would go through, I would do all my little edges. I'm not going to for time's sake, but I would go around with my ink. You don't have to. It's all a matter of your own preference. So let me just set that one aside there. I don't want to waste time inking. And this one's still a little bit damp, so I'm going to let that dry. We'll move on to this one. This one, did I set my timer? Yep. Okay. This one, I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to cover it like you would a book cover. I'm just going to use glue stick for video purposes. And I think I want my stripes to go up and down. Oops. I'm going to bring it over here so we can actually wrap it around. I forgot what I was doing. We're actually going to just running glue around the outside here. Instead of cutting my corners, I'm just going to fold these corners over in a square. Hope that this works. And then fold our edge over. The inside's going to be covered, so it's not like imperative that this is all even, because you're going to cover the inside. I think I'm going to need to resort to some wet glue here. Still have not ordered glue. Need our glitter glue bad. You can sew around these, which normally I would do before I put my signatures in, but I'm not going to do that because of the video. But I would certainly sew around them. Come on, glue, stick. Nothing wants to stick. Maybe if we just fold this table. stick. I like this paper in a weird way. It reminds me of ticking. And I'm very fond of that for some reason. You could also round the corners on that one too if you wanted to. On any of these. That. Try to make this as straight as possible, which my folding is not. My folding is as straight as my cutting, unfortunately. So this one, on the inside, I'm just going to take some ledger paper and I'm going to line it. I'm going to cut it a little bit smaller. Wet glue on the inside of this, on this. I think that's probably my art teacher responded to me. I had to let them know I couldn't make art class tonight because my husband's not comfortable caring for our little Mo yet by himself. So I think as she progresses in the healing process, he'll feel more comfortable, but he's just not ready to do it on his own yet. I'm really disappointed because I was making great progress on my painting last week. I'm anxious to, I'm going to cut this a little bit smaller, it looks like. I don't think I got it small enough. I want it a little bit smaller. I'm going to think about what I want to do next in art class. I like to paint something that means something to me. You know, you can paint just about anything, but hold that. Inside of this is going to let that dry for a few minutes. It's getting a little bit, I folded it too quick because I'm impatient. Alright, let me put that over there. And then on the outside, let's do the outside first. I pulled these little stamps that I had made, and I thought I would, first of all, I can, oh, you know what, I'll just, oh, I have some regular muslin, or I have this, I have a ton of fabric over here. My desk is buried. Things have totally gotten out of control. That's too short, but maybe I'll use a piece of this instead of the muslin that I normally go for. Just want to measure my top to bottom. Is that around my spine? I like my spine to hang over. It can be even however you prefer it. To me, it doesn't matter if it hangs over a bit, over the top and the bottom. I just want to see how wide this is, so I know about where to take my glue to. Trying to find my center of the fabric so my front and back are equal, but once again, I'm not going to fret if they're not equal. And then on the front, here, I would definitely, I mean, my preference is to stitch around, but like I said before, I'm not going to do that on this video. I'm going to try to use one of my stamps here that I made. I sort of like that one so far. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Make this short. Put that on there. It's real quick. I'll just put a, you can stamp on the inside. I think I'm going to put maybe 30. I should probably have my stamping block, but I'm not going to grab it. My inside where I rush through the glue and the fold. A little birdie or butterfly. Whoop. It's a nice added, that would look so much better stitched. I might, when we're done in the video, stitch and then come back and show you. Like that one, I would definitely want to stitch, and I wish I would have stitched the stamp, and I think that, yeah, the stamp's already dry. But anyway, and you could even add more to that. Let's see. Add a little butterfly looking around on that. I don't know. You could continue to add, you know. decorate it however you choose. Lay that one with that. Let's see if, yeah, this one's still a bit damp. I'm going to dry this, I think, with my heat gun. So I'm going to turn the video off real quick. Maybe I'll stitch around that other one and come back and I'll show you what I have in mind for this one. That's what I'll do. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I decided not to stitch around this just because of a time situation and wanting to get through the last one here before I have to tend to my doggy. So I did ink around it. You could add something to it. I mean, I'm sort of disappointed with the front of this. You could definitely continue to decorate the front of this, is what I'm trying to say. As little or as much. One thing I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to add maybe a word. I just feel like it needs something else. And so I pulled my words here. Maybe journey. Journey's always good. Maybe I'll put it like right here. I feel like it's probably is crooked. Goes along with the whole theme here today. Oh well, that's cute anyway. It's a little piece of ephemera. Alright, so I got this dry, and I think what I'm going to do somewhere, I had grabbed, it's over here, another little corner punch, just to add something different. I don't know if the camera's even picking this up. It's just a little decorative corner on it. I would definitely ink. Now go ahead and do that. These are a lot of fun, and I mean, they get your imagination going, you know, the different things you can do. It's nice to just have a stash of them, so that if you want to include it in something that you sell on Etsy, or send to a friend, or add to a journal, all kinds of things you can do. So on this one, I'm going to use some different types of paper. I think this is... That's 3, so I'm going to do about I have washi and scrap paper. I would get myself back on a schedule. It's been very hard to do. The last few mornings for me have begun at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning with my dog. So I'm going to go about 2.5. Yeah, I'm going to make this one about 2.5 tall, I think. Not how I want the inside to be. If I do, well, that's 2.5, so it needs to be just under 2.5. See, it's a little bit short, so let me do I'm going to do just under 3. Just under 3. Get rid of that so I don't get confused here. Yeah, that's good. And I want to add some different types of paper. I even grabbed a piece of scrap paper so I could add some color to this one. Sorry if you can hear the TV in the other room. I have the dog actually in a playpen, and the sound of the TV seems to keep that one. I'm just going to make this one. Just going to cut that one down a little bit. And then I'm going to add one more piece of paper. I was hoping I would have one the same width, but I don't. And once again, we're going to glue the ends together. You know, on these you can also stitch them in like a regular signature too. Put a couple holes in it and just stitch them in. So let's start with that. There's that. I'm going to fold this in half so we can determine where our fold on our pages needs to be. Let's see, how do I want to do this one? Like this. Keep struggling with that piece of paper there. So I'm just going to lay this. This time I'm going to do this a little bit, or try to do it a little bit smarter. I'm going to lay it flat there, and I'm going to fold my book shut to show me where my edge is. There we go. And then once again we're just going to do a serpentine fold, back and forth, back and forth. Trying to be as straight as possible. This time. My pages are getting a little bit crooked, I can tell. I like to do it where there's about 4 pages inside. I don't know where I am at this point. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. That's my preference. You can put as few or as many as you want inside. And I think, yeah, I wish I would have tore the edges, but too late for that. So once again, we're going to start by, I have glue all over me. pages together. I think these two. This one, I think I am going to just glue the bottom and the side. So we can make this one into a little pocket. You can stick a little tag in there. Put this together. That piece of glue is really bothering me. I'm going to glue this together. And then before I glue my back, I'm going to put glue here in the spine. And you can score these so that you give yourself like, you know, an 1/8 of an inch spine or whatever. I'm going to add some glue to the back of this page. Probably shouldn't have done that yet. Should have put it on the back of the, doesn't matter. Go there and see how my page ends where it doesn't cover the whole book. Yeah. Should have got that a little bit closer. My demonstration is just falling all apart. I'm going to fold that back further so that hopefully the pages don't hang out. And you I could have cut my pages shorter too to avoid that. But I feel rushed. I don't know why I always feel so rushed. And then what we'll do here, I might just use this. I might just tear a piece of this because there are no rules that say the whole cover has to be covered. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of that paper. Let's take this again. I think I should be able to. Didn't get that corner good. Makes it a little bit better. Of course, I would go in and ink. I think I might just do this again, this corner. I would add something here. Maybe not So on this one, I think I might go to fabric again. I don't know if any of these are long enough. No, too short. Have little squares left from those. Oh, maybe this. Yeah, I'm going to add some of that. Why not? Yeah, I'm fine with that. So I'm going to glue this down. Make sure I can get this halfway, or as close to halfway as possible. There you go, that looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Down. You could add a photo or something on the front of there, you know, butterfly or I don't know, something. I just have this yellow butterfly laying on my desk. I wouldn't add the yellow butterfly, but the butterfly would be cute on the front. There's something else I wanted to do. I want to go to that. Maybe I could add some of this yellow, since I have yellow paper in here. Add a little bit of washi tape. You could stamp, you could put all, you know, plain paper. There's nothing to say that you can't stamp every page. In here, I don't know if I have anything on my desk. I have one of these. I don't think it would be tall enough, but just so you can. Yeah, I think it's too short. I had something else, you know, for that little pocket. I think it would be really cute. I might add some of this washi. I think that's really cute. Yellow is not a color I work with a lot. I love this paper though. So, first thing I would do is definitely ink. Could have stamped some words or something on that index card too before we put the tissue on it, and the words would have shown through, which would have been cute too. But I think I'm going to leave mine at that. So they didn't turn out as great as I wanted them to, and my stamp's a little bit crooked. But nonetheless, this one's just an added writing space. I'm so disappointed with how I glued that paper down, but nonetheless, little added writing space, or you might be able to, you know, stick something in it and stick it in a journal. This one has the little pocket. If you wanted all of them to be little pockets, they could all be little pockets, you know. You could do some stamping inside. I just think these little things are so cute. And then this one, even though I have this, I still feel like I need something more on this. So I may at some point add something. I'm not going to during this video, I don't think. But, I mean, you could add something decorative to it. You could stamp in different colors, you know, just little pictures or whatever. You could take gesso and gesso the pages so whoever receives the item, you know, or if you're using it, if you wanted to be able to write in it. But I think it's just cute. You could put pictures in it. So, there's my little quick video of the day, or I hope it was quick. Just doing some little ephemera pieces for journals. I might decide to add something on the front of that. It's looking a little bit plain. But there's a lot of different, you know, things that you can do, much like these that I did a while ago. Are on the same line, you know. This one, I plan to, I think, stitch these papers in here so it acts as a little book, added writing space. I just have it tied with this right here, which I think is really cute. Ooh, that might look really cute on this one. Just because of the yellow. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It looks very rustic. And the yellow in the material here, except the yellow in that. I like that tie on there. I might keep that for that one. But anyway, there you go. Thank you so much for taking time to watch the video. I'd love to see what you come up with. There's a million ideas that I get when I make these little things. They're fun to make. They're quick. You can stitch them, which I should do, but didn't. Just because that's my preference. I love stitching. So anyway, there you have it. Thank you. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.